Look at the pictures at the 2026 World Cup. Look at the boots: Nike, Adidas, Puma, New Balance, Skechers. 5 of the biggest sportswear brands on the planet, and almost every single one of them chose the same color pink, not similar shades. Not a coincidence. We're talking about an inescapable sea of fuchsia and hot pink covering every pitch from Los Angeles to Toronto, and the question everyone's asking is the same. How did this happen? How do companies that compete ferociously against each other all end up making the exact same product? The answer tells us something fascinating and slightly unsettling about how modern consumer industries actually work. Think about what football boots have always represented. In 1966, Alan Ball ran the World Cup final in white boots, a statement so bold it made headlines. In 1998, Ronaldo R9 debuted the Mercurials, sleek, silver, futuristic, and an entire generation of kids wanted those exact boots. Color has always been identity. It's how fans recognize their heroes. It's how brands planted their flag. So why in 2026 did Nike and Adidas and Puma all decide that the way to stand out was to wear the same color as each other? The official answer from the brands is actually pretty logical. Nike senior football footwear designer Odinga Nimako said athletes specifically crave the boldest, brightest colors during high-pressure moments. It gives them psychological confidence. He also revealed that during development trials, nothing stood out more against green grass and broadcast cameras than pink. The visibility data was undeniable. The problem: Adidas made the same discovery. So did Puma, so did New Balance. So now instead of one team striker standing out in pink against a sea of black and white, you have 50 players in pink. The boots that were designed to be impossible to ignore have become invisible through sheer repetition. The most visible boots at the entire tournament. The ones that aren't pink, like Messi's white and blue Adidas, El Ultimo Tango Customs, or Pulisic Stars and Stripes Pumas. Understand how this actually happened. You need to understand how the fashion and sportswear industry makes decisions, because it's not how most people think. Companies like Nike and Adidas don't design a boot and then decide what color it is. The color decision happens years earlier, and it's driven by data. There is an entire industry built around predicting what colors, styles, and aesthetics consumers will want in the future. The most powerful player in that industry is a company called WGSN. WGSN serves over 6,000 businesses worldwide. 2 years before any collection goes to market, they publish detailed color forecasts that designers across entire industries use as their roadmap. Back in May 2024, a full 2 years before this World Cup, WGSN identified 5 key colors for spring-summer 2026. Number 2 on that list, right behind transformative teal, was a vibrant neon hue sitting between pink and purple. They called it electric fuchsia. They described it as exhilarating and intoxicating, a color tied to optimism, visibility, and self-expression. The forecasters saw a consumer shift coming, people craving boldness, wanting to be seen. For a football boot brand, that brief writes itself. So here's what happened. Nike's designers read the forecast. Adidas's designers read the forecast. Puma's designers read the forecast. They all had 2+ years of lead time to develop World Cup collections. They all interpreted the same data. And they all arrived at the same answer, independently at the same time, for completely rational reasons. Christian Tresser, who has led senior design roles in football footwear at Nike, Adidas and Reebok, put it bluntly: this is what happens when marketing and trend analysis is seeing and using the same sources. So what's the lesson? Look at the boots that actually cut through this World Cup, not the pink ones. Messi's El Ultimo Tango white, light blue, gold. A direct reference to his final World Cup. A visual story told without a single word. Pulisic in stars and stripes. Ronaldo expected to debut all gold to mark his 6th World Cup. These boots don't stand out because of their color, they stand out because of their meaning. And that's the thing that no trend report can forecast, and no brand committee can manufacture in a spreadsheet. Meaning has to be earned. The brands that win this tournament off the pitch as much as on it won't be the ones who read the same data as everyone else. They'll be the ones who ask a different question entirely. Not what color will people notice, but what story will people remember.